And with these words, I would request Professor Dr. Bhabesh to have some discussions with us and to have a small presentation, keeping in view the paucity of time as well.
Respected Chairperson, dignitaries of the dais, and the respected dignitaries coming from the different parts of the country and abroad, India also, His Excellency CLMV countries, and my dear students from Govt Ayurvedic College. Today we have some opportunity to highlight our college, what we could provide the service to the poor people of these regions. So Govt Ayurvedic College was established in 1948, only institute in entire Northeast India, entire Northeastern region. So till the establishment, we are providing service to the entire Northeastern region, not only Northeastern region, also abroad India, like our neighboring country, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and also Pakistan also. So we are creating some human resources from our colleges. So we are conducting BAMS degree, Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery. Every year we have admitted 50 numbers of students. We are trying our best to increase the seat capacity up to 100. And the Govt of Assam is also interested to open another Ayurvedic college in another part of the state. So our Excellency present here, I may request, if their country is interested to take service from our doctor, that will be a graduate, we can provide. And because why there are so many institutes in India, Ayurvedic Institute? Because yesterday, Dr. Gulshan Sharma has already initiated what is the distance between from Guwahati to entire northeastern part of the Myanmar and the Laos, and the distance between these countries and distance between from Guwahati to Delhi is more, actually it is nearer to Guwahati from these countries, eastern part of the country. So if we could provide service to the degree holders to our country, then we are interested to establish the Ayurvedic system of medicine in these countries. And next, so we are also conducting postgraduate degree in our college in 6 subjects. Every year we are admitting 24 number of students. Every student we are providing a specific topic in relation to the herbs. So after research, they could give some results so that we could establish our ancient classical medicine to use the different sufferer poor people of our country. And if also His Excellency could request, if they are interested to establish the institute like Ayurveda in their country, we could provide human resource and to establish their countries, to establish their institute. And we are also conducting PhD program in our college. No, it is full-time, but it is part-time PhD program. I request Dr. Gulshan Sharma to, if he requests to Govt of India that to establish the full-time PhD degree in our college, then we could provide services, we could provide resources so that everybody can be benefited. And after their PhD degree, every candidate who has holding the degree of PhD and holding the degree of PG, it will be utilized in entire northeastern region. Because it might be known, recently one Northeastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy is established in Shillong. In this institute, we are also providing some manpower to this institute. So Government of India is also proposed to establish every one Ayurvedic college at least in entire northeastern country. So in this purpose, we can provide the human resource to not only this northeastern state, but also abroad our nearer countries. That is, I can say the CLMV countries, Asian countries, so that we can provide to establish an Ayurvedic institute. Why I am emphasizing to establish an Ayurvedic institute in their countries? Because MBBS or allopathic system of medicine is established everywhere, all over the countries. But little bit institute like Ayurveda is established, yet to be established nearer by our country, also abroad countries of India. And we are much emphasizing in our colleges, we have providing the preventive system of medicine from our colleges, especially preventing, also curative. Panchakarma therapy we are using in our college. It's the most important therapy to cure the neurological disorder and also to post-traumatic complications and also post-stroke syndrome. So, if we can help, if we can establish all the northeastern region in one Panchakarma therapy center, then everybody can be benefited. By establishing this Panchakarma center, we can also establish medical tourism. Because why medical tourism is? Why tourists are coming to a particular? There are two most important purposes: to see the beauty of the purpose, to see the beauty of the region. If they have visited to particular area, by the way, they can also have some facility to treat the Panchakarma therapy, the neurological disorder therapy, it can be benefited. So we have some possibilities to establish, because all the northeastern region have full of beauty. So along with the beauty, along with the enjoyment of the beauty, if anybody can having some complications like neurological disorder, they can also treat it along with to enjoy the beauty also. So another important component of our college, we have some Kharasutra therapy treatment. Here I can mention here the fistula in ano. Fistula in ano is a very dreaded disease. It cannot be treated it cannot properly be treated by the modern system of medicine. Because after treating, after they are giving their operation, it is relapse will be there. So our treatment, there is a special type of therapy, Kharasutra therapy. If we could establish, if we are using this Kharasutra therapy in our college, and the patient benefited from the northeastern region, not only northeastern region, also from the Bhutan, Nepal, and I also request our neighboring country, CLMV countries, to send their patient to treat our college, because they are very nearer to, not only from the Delhi or other part of the India. This Guwahati is the nearer part of that, from that country. And this is we are also having some capacity to treat by the help of the Yoga. We have a Yoga Wellness Center, as Dr. Sharma has already stated. So I am very happy to announcing here, Government of Assam has this year to establish 100 number of Yoga Center in every block, in every selected block of the Assam. So we can also provide some yoga with yoga therapy to the sufferer people of the entire region. But if we could focus, why? Because the entire northeastern region is full of flora and fauna. Because about 15 numbers of species selected from the entire northeastern region. But there is a problem. There is no sufficient facility to preserve these types of medicinal plants. So I request from this stage, if there should be a provision of the preservation center in the Mar'17 region, we could export the medicinal plant to other country also. And I am not going to elaborate anymore because due to shortage of time. With this few words, I conclude my lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Das. Indeed, it was very, very informative for all of us. And the few things what you have really highlighted, that you have been really giving a lot of emphasis on the human resource strengthening that component, which really needs to be, because if we are talking about the export of the service sector, we must be too much equipped with the human resource, which is the one prime focus and where NER region should look forward, and even the Indian government should look forward. Another important thing what you had told us, that the yoga wellness centers, they are also coming up. And with my own personal experience as well as with the therapeutic benefits of yoga, I must say that if we really want to maintain a very healthy system in our own, because at the end of the day, everyone is an individual and nobody wants to fall sick and nobody wants to get the ailment. Yoga should be an integrated part of your lifestyle, and with the coming numbers, what he has really told us, maybe the 100 centers you said. So 100 centers for NER regions is quite a very high number, and if one center is able to educate at least 10 people or 20 people in depth, probably they would pass on this message and the whole NER region can be very, very healthy. This is what I envisaged from your talk, which was certainly very, very informative. Certainly some research in the R&D product, the aspect what you had touched, we definitely lack in that, and we have to improve the R&D chapter, which is the need of the hour, if we have to really capture the whole global market, as unfortunately I say the Chinese medicine, they have taken a lead. So with this all, I say, like, yes, we are the India is called the botanical garden of the world, and out of that the 40,000 species and we have here, and 16 eco-climatic zones we have. We have much to export. We have much to export in the terms of yoga. We have much to export in terms of the wellness. We have already US and UK, they are thinking, or to some extent some of the universities, they have already started thinking, they have already started the curriculum of Ayurveda. As rightly said in the morning as well, why to export a lot of revenue to the foreign? Why not to have the state-of-art infrastructure institutes only here, NER, because NER is I would say this is a divine land and it fulfills all the criteria. We must cater all these people to flock to India so that they learn the exact Ayurveda, exact Ayush, and that can be exported out. We can touch every part of the world. And of course, the CLMV countries, which are our next door neighbor, we really look forward on the CLMV, and we have His Excellencies from Vietnam, from Cambodia, from Laos and the Myanmar, and they have heard a lot of it. And sir, we would like to take on Ayurveda and Yoga to the respective countries with the tourism point of view, with the knowledge point of view, with the education point of view. With all this, I conclude here. If any questions, some short question answer round if you want to have, it's okay, we don't have time.
Now, I am here highlighting one point which is left for your neighboring countries, excellencies. So there is a provision of 2 seats in our college for foreigners. So I request you, if your student is interested to study here in our Ayurvedic college, then please contact with the Department of Vice Government of India. Thank you very much.